On this episode of The Bender Hour.
Imagine if just like Lando just fucking threw a haymaker at Vader, like when he like fucked him over on the deal.
It's like, I have altered the... Oh. Him thinking about knocking out Vader is like enough for Vader to see it coming. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, but it's only like 2 seconds.
Pure instinct. What if he didn't think
What
about
he
it?
just reflexively dove on him like a dog.
Like, as soon as he sees him, he just has like an impulse to die and attack him.
I just wanted a cure for AIDS.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine if Luke boarded that ship?
I just wanted a cure for AIDS.
Palpatine does that slow turnaround to meet Luke.
And he's like already dead in the chair, like he doesn't even make it a full circle.
I think I actually showed.
Oh, that
I
actually
think I actually
came
saw that show up a little bit. It's like one
Yeah,
pixel.
Mine showed up.
No.
Beautiful. Great way to start.
Oh.
You're like, oh yeah, let me get it all out. And then the first thing you do,
No, that sound
So I
reminds
had
me
a
of. Wait,
What?
hold on. You know what that sound reminds me of? Have you ever seen the video of like the two guys stuffing the camel in like the trunk of their car?
Yeah.
It's like what the camel sounded like.
you know, like you just bringing that up reminded me of the fucking like video where
The
like
deer.
So are you gonna talk about a deer?
Yeah,
the
they're
textbook.
like, the deer.
That video is like almost scrubbed from the internet. It's like it is animal cruelty, but like damn if it's not like hysterical.
It's like the only like animal.
It's like Tom and
cruelty
Jerry
video-
slapstick.
That's like the only animal cruelty video that's ever genuinely like made me laugh. Well, maybe that one and like the piss bottle one. Like that's about it.
What about the one of like the crow getting like shot by a dildo?
I don't think I've seen that
I've never
one.
seen that one.
Or maybe this one throws it at it. It's like on someone's like in someone's trunk of a car, and they just like throw like a big black dildo at it.
Like took him down. I don't know, just something about that deer one. Just the sheer fucking stupidity of it all. Like having a whole ass like bull elk or whatever in the back seat and hitting it with the textbook. Well, it just like made no attempt to defend itself.
Like, how the fuck did they get that thing in the car?
I can only assume they like tranquilized it and like brought it in. I don't know how else you would do that. But those guys didn't exactly look like hunters. They looked like fucking like like you're like average drunk idiot. Somehow coerced it to the back of an SUV and then just like had their way with the yellow pages. You're gonna say something at the beginning, Heaton?
Oh, in a similar vein to some animal stuff here, I had a bit of an experience a few days ago when I was leaving work. I walked out the door, and probably about like 20 feet away from me, there was just like a hawk, just like perched up, and it kind of like it made me stop because it was like staring at me like right in the eye. It was just looking right at me, and like usually you don't see them that close up. Like it was like right there. And then after it stared at me for a few seconds, it launched itself off the perch, flew directly at me. And then at like the last moment, it pulled off and like veered off and like kept flying. I kind of just like stood there and watched it the whole time. And it just got me thinking, like, you know, like fucking like 2,000 years ago, I'd be running down to like the fucking Oracle or like the Witch Doctor to like have my fucking fate told to me by someone right now. Like, either I'm gonna die in like a week's time, or I'm destined to like conquer the planet, and there's no in between for an occasion like that.
Yeah, fucking like village, like witch doctor's gonna have to drill a hole in your head because you're attracting like the ire of the spirits. I thought, when you brought all that up, I thought you were gonna say like 20,000 years ago, I would be screaming if that happened to me.
I said 2000.
I know,
That's
I just-
like if it was like ancient Greece, ancient Rome, you'd be going to the fucking oracle, like the shaman or some shit, and like telling them what happened to have your fate like deciphered for you.
I mean, would a Greek man really be doing that? Like a hawk?
I think so.
I feel like
What are you
we're
going to,
not
like-
giving him enough credit.
Like Grampy
Greece
Bones
is like
from
the
fucking-
home of fucking prophecy. Are you kidding me?
Well, yeah, like prophecy, but I feel like would they have the same like prophetic views on like animalistic stuff like that?
Probably.
I don't know.
I mean, didn't Zeus like constantly turn into animals so that he could like fuck bitches?
Yeah, but no one actually believed that. They just put it on pots.
No, they believed it. They believe that the Minotaur was real, and that centaurs were real, and that Zeus like turned into a swan and like fucked a woman.
Yeah, like among other things. I don't know why they had to like make their pantheon like so fucked up. I guess what was even the point of all that? Just be like to be a foil to humanity. Like, oh, our gods are fucking assholes, so like we got to be better. Like it's fucking like God of War or something. Like we must be better.
We must be better. I think I don't know. I think the whole thing is kind of more to make him like relatable. Like Zeus is like a
Make him
fucking sex
relatable?
freak. Yeah, like
Yeah,
all of them
sex
have like their
freak.
faults, you know. It's not like fucking like other gods where they're just like perfect to a T.
Yeah, but this
Kind of
one,
like have their problems.
it's like kind of beyond just having problems. Like they're like fucking each other, having their way with like siblings, killing their like parents, eating them like their sons. Like, that's more
Yeah,
than
but
your
they
average,
killed the one that ate his sons, though.
Wasn't that Saturn?
Yeah, he got. Although it's dumb too, because Saturn is like, so kind of like viewed as being like a good god in a way, because that was the fucking golden age of humanity. That's why like the Romans had Saturnalia, the like Saturn's festival, which is what like Christmas is based off of today.
Oh, like Saturday.
Yeah, 'cause that was the golden age of humanity.
Well, is it Saturn's Day or is it like Wednesday where it's Wotan's Day?
Well, but and then Thursday is Thor's Day.
Yeah, like who has the week?
Get thee to the mead hall.
How come there was never like any crossover between
How come there's no like Jesus Day?
Jesus Day? Yeah, they've had all these years to like take the days back. I was gonna say, we're at this point now where we have this like weird hodgepodge of religion where it's kind of like this bizarre mix of pagan custom mixed with like European Christianity. But like, how come that didn't happen with the Hellenistic religion and like the European pagans? How come there's
What do you
no
mean?
how come there's no like Wotan like Zeus?
What do you mean? What is that supposed to mean?
Exactly what it sounds like.
Like Wotan and Zeus are already like equivalent in the pantheon. Like,
I mean,
what
are they
is
really?
what is Wotan and Zeus?
I'm
They're
just-
both like the respective like kings of the gods.
Well, I mean, I'm not trying
They
to
like occupy a similar niche.
not necessarily need to compare the two. I'm just saying, how come like there was never any overlap there? Whereas Christianity
'cause-
ended up getting overlap with like pagan
Do
beliefs.
you want like the actual reason?
What do you have like a bullshit reason to offer?
I could probably think of one if I had to.
All right, let's hear the bullshit reason.
Because like Germans were dirty and they didn't need it.
Is that a fart?
You just fart.
Yeah. You ready to hear another one? Hold on. Oh. Hope those ones went through.
You sound like a droplet hitting a pool of water.
It's fucking terrific.
Ragnarthot.
But anyway,
Oh.
shut up. The real reason is that so the Romans had a fucking like a religious policy of just incorporating other gods into their pantheon if like there wasn't an equivalent. It's like if there was an equivalent, they would just like say like, oh yeah, like we worship the same god, we just have different names for him. But then if there wasn't an equivalent, they would just add it to like the Hellenistic pantheon.
It was only if like that tribe was like worth it that they would conquer.
Oh, like Bad Fur Day.
Oh yeah.
Like the Egyptian god Isis was like one of the most popular cults in ancient Rome, and like Isis is an Egyptian god. They just added it to the Roman pantheon and just like made it their own.
It's probably because the Egyptians and the Romans acted unwise.
Yeah. The bane of every good Roman is some Egyptian pussy. It's a fact.
Kind of true. Historical precedents. You know, why don't they just like make another pyramid?
What would be like the point?
Just
Yeah,
to,
there's no like
one
pharaoh
up
to
the,
put in there.
just to like one up the pharaohs.
Yeah, they already did. It's called like the Las Vegas Bass Pro Shop.
Oh yeah, I forgot
guess
there
so.
is one in Vegas. I forgot about that.
Which, if you also look into the history of that thing's construction, it was also built with like 100,000 slaves.
The pyramids weren't built by slaves, though. We went over this like a few weeks ago in private.
We did. But it's funny to think that like even though the real pyramids weren't, the Bass Pro Shop one was.
That one was.
And they're like carrying around limestone blocks, even though the whole thing's made out of like glass.
Made
and
of
steel.
glass.
Oh god! Don't even get me started on like old Whippy. Don't get me like singing.
Okay, so Peyton, you said you had something to bring up here. What was it?
that was it.
That was really it.
That was like
I
10
like said the
minutes
same
ago,
thing.
Matt.
Like 10 minutes ago, I was alright, Peyton. What do you want to say at the beginning? And that was it.
Oh man. Okay.
You know, Matt,
Although
did you have
I-
something you wanted to bring up?
No. I was like not prepared for this at all.
Kidding me.
I mean, we only recorded
Although I
like
do have
2
a
days ago or something.
2 days ago.
literally a week ago.
Most certainly not.
Like dementia's kicking in.
Yeah, my early onset like Alzheimer's.
So, Peyton, did you have something else to add?
Yeah, actually, I do have another bit of a story here. So, actually, let me preface this and see. So, like, we were at this was also at work. One of my coworkers wanted ice cream, so there happened to be an ice cream truck that like drives through our parking lot for whatever reason. Oh, and they are kind of a local thing, so I'm not gonna name them. But you guys should know like which one it is. It's like, the ice cream truck in this area, like that company.
Like the only one that
And,
matters.
Yeah, the
Okay.
only one that matters. And so they drove through our parking lot, and like I kind of like considered not getting it, but I was like, like when I was a kid, I used to love getting that fucking they had like a cherry candy dipped ice cream cone where it's like vanilla ice cream and they dip it in like a cherry coating, and it like kind of like hardens on the top of it to like form like a slightly like crunchy shell type of deal. And I wanted to like get that again because I haven't had it since I was like fucking 6 years old. So I got it. And on a side note, you want to talk about inflation? That fucking ice cream truck, dude, they charge $7 for an ice cream cone now. That is fucking that's
alright.
Biden economics for like just like right in your face. But I got that ice cream cone, and I took one bite of it, and it was fucking disgusting. It was actually garbage. It tasted like cherry chapstick.
Ooh.
If you like, it was bad, and
It was
I
probably
just like was like
expired.
looking at it. I was thinking to myself like, how the fuck did I ever like this as a kid?
Different recipe or something, you know, that shit happens.
But I don't know if they changed the recipe on that shit.
Like, you know what used to be like really good? Like the Chef Boyardee ravioli, but like, yeah, I don't care. That used to be pretty good.
It's got me like reminded of like, that stupid commercial where it's like the can rolling down the street.
You know, like fucking 20 years ago, that shit was actually like pretty good, from what I can recall.
But that's kind of like the point that I'm trying to make here is like why did shit taste like gross shit that you wouldn't even touch today? Shit that you wouldn't even touch now, but like even like kids will like eat that shit up. Like when you were a kid, you would eat that shit up.
It's like underdeveloped.
I've seen like young kids eat like gross ass shit, and I like wouldn't even like fucking dare touch.
It's
like that underdeveloped like what is it called?
Taste buds.
Yeah.
That's why, like as a kid, you know, you like Brussels sprouts doesn't taste good, alcohol doesn't taste good, you know. Then,
alcohol
like, you get
really
older.
Still doesn't taste
Yeah,
good.
it
I mean, granted, like it depends on the alcohol, I guess.
It really doesn't. Like unless it's like some sort of mixed drink where like you have to like try and mask the taste of alcohol, it still kind of tastes like shit.
Except for like that like moonshine, honestly.
Yeah, it's like rubbing alcohol.
Yeah.
Absinthe or whatever it's called.
I'm gonna like talk about the video of the guy drinking the fucking rubbing alcohol again. We already talked about that once on this.
Really just like a modern day Tide Pod challenge.
Dude like drinks half of the fucking thing and then instantly like falls over.
You know, it's crazy how, you know, in the age of TikTok and all this stuff, all of those dumb challenges from like 15 years ago like haven't made like a comeback.
Haven't. Yeah.
Well, like the ice bucket challenge.
Yeah, like
Ice bucket challenge, Tide Pod challenge, like the fucking like cinnamon challenge, the gallon of milk challenge.
Yeah, I remember like the ones that actually like inflicted pain on people, like the fucking salt and ice challenge. The last time I ever, it was basically you're supposed to have like a handful of salt and ice in one hand, then you crush it and it burns your fucking skin. And it made me think to myself, like the last time I've ever heard about like a dangerous challenge, I remember. Have you ever heard about like the blue whale challenge in Russia? It's like really like a fucked up thing that happened.
No.
I think wasn't it like kind of like in the same vein as like the stupid like Momo thing.
Oh, like Avatar.
Do you remember that?
No.
Like the stupid like Photoshop picture of like the Asian girl with like the really big eyes and like pointy chin.
I do know what that's all about.
Like it was basically like it ended with like like kill yourself and like people like kids were like actually like, killing themselves.
Oh.
Because of the stupid like challenge.
Yeah,
it was basically you were supposed to follow like a list of like 100 steps or something. Each one getting like increasingly more like insane. Like basically just like stay up for 2 days straight, like walk outside at night, and then finally the last challenge was to like jump off a bridge and kill yourself or something. And like it was starting to become like a fucking epidemic. Kids actually like going through with it as if like you're really gonna get
like
clout.
Brain.
Yeah. I couldn't even like imagine like what kind of like how you would need to think to imagine like I'm gonna be so badass taking like a dive for the fucking blue whale challenge.
Well, I mean, you remember Ocelot's dive and how like cool that was. So
Ocelot's, would you like to tell the people of the world what the Ocelot's dive was?
No, I think I'll leave that up to interpretation.
Unless you want me to interpret it for you.
All right, yeah, you could try, but it's probably gonna be
all right.
wrong.
Oh, this is gonna be 100% right.
I'll be like fact checking you.
Okay, so Matt's
Snopes
playing
fact checker on point.
Matt's playing Metal Gear Solid 5. He's playing the mission where he has to infiltrate the stupid mansion in Africa. And since he's like playing like a modded game, he was doing the mission as Ocelot. He walks all the way from the helicopter to like the spot where the fucking like the skull female snipers show up, and like I guess Ocelot Prime in his fucking headset's like get down, it's the the parasites. And instead of taking any reasonable action, Matt goes for like the dive off of the cliff and Ocelot does this animation where he like swan dives, falls 50 feet onto his head, and dies instantly. And I just like couldn't believe he did that.
I thought I could make it, boss.
Am I wrong in my recalling?
That's actually pretty accurate. That was like the start of old Slippy.
I don't even know if that wasn't even like the start of it. I think it's just what cemented it.
Yeah, actually.
Slippy.
Yeah, old Slippy is just like a reference to my inability to platform in any game ever. I just like can't help but
Slippy is like
gravitate
a
towards the
malevolent
edge.
spirit that follows you around in any video game you play that has ledges in it.
It's like not even enough that you can't platform. You just like can't keep your feet on the ground.
Like can't stay on a stage. Like just helpless. I don't know what it is. It's just it's like Peyton said, like this malevolent force that seeks to destroy me.
It's really funny though. Especially when Ocelot's taking that fucking photogenic tumble. That's what we need. We need to get voice actors to like jump off of cliffs and like record their voices. So we get like a more accurate like soundbite if that happens like a video game.
We already like did this bit
Have we?
on this show. Yeah, we did it a few episodes ago when we talked about like someone dying in the fucking audio booth.
Well, they don't have to die.
So they're gonna jump off a cliff and just like perfectly land and not hurt themselves.
Well, I mean, have you seen those videos where it's like someone who dives off a cliff and they throw like a stupid selfie stick down with them and it like perfectly captures their dive?
No.
You know, it'd be like that. You know, like it could use like a bungee cord. They could dive into water, but it's got to get their real reaction to like.
But how
fall
could it
in,
get
like,
their
200
real
feet.
reaction if like they have a bungee
they know
cord
it's
on? Yeah,
safe.
like it's not going to be a real reaction. You're not going to
I
get
think
that
it-
scream of
You need
terror.
you need to make them believe that the bungee cord is like secure.
Make them believe that like there's not a bungee cord.
Make it have a weak point in the middle, so like you get their real reaction once they feel it snap.
Actually, like you're
You
on
really
the
think they're
edge.
gonna like stay in character as they're like fucking scared for their lives?
That's why they're professionals. And it's funnier to like think that this would ever be like a necessity when like we have AI tools that can do this now, but like we need to just like milk every last drop of emotion from the real people.
I don't know. I don't think you could like perfectly mimic like a human scream of terror like that. Like you ever
Nope.
hear about that one video that like hasn't been released about the guy who got attacked by a bear?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like the person who's actually heard that video has like never heard a noise like that in his entire life.
Yeah, but like most people are also pussies.
That is true, but I think there are just some noises that are like near impossible to replicate.
Like give us enough time and like a monetary incentive, and like we could do it.
I mean, you were able to
you can
almost
hear the
perfectly.
adrenochrome coming through the microphone.
You're almost perfectly able to emulate like a Deathclaw like death sound
Like
effect.
So please don't ask me to do that again, because I was like in my moment there.
Yeah.
Glad you did the Deathclaw like hurt sound.
It really just like kind of sounds like that.
It's a fucking bantha.
Kind of.
Speaking of Star Wars, man, how about you show the world your special Star Wars sound? The stupid, like, fucking camel thing from episode 1.
Only if you can name what it is.
That's not
Do
happening.
you know what it's called?
I don't remember.
Great. I don't think anyone knows. I'll look it up. Yeah, there's no way you're knowing what that is.
No faith.
Well, I mean, if you do the noise, I'll do like the whole bit.
Okay.
All right.
It's like, raise the shield. Oh, no, you
yes, yeah, it's like raise the shield. Yes, sir. Ah, fuck, I realized I'm like, I like mixed it up with like the like Neomoidian bit. It was activate the droids. Yes, sir. I think they're the ones raising the shields.
Just like, I know I could do that noise better because like I have done it better.
Stop it! Stop it! Ouch time!
Does he actually say ouch?
Yes,
He
he
does.
does.
He does.
Stupid fucking Gungans. It's like kind of insane to believe that they like were kind of like holding their ground with like no actual guns, just like throwing stupid balls.
Yeah, I mean they just had to like get
Ooh,
the
balls,
droids
no
to,
less.
to come
You know,
close.
Why did they even like come out of the water?
Because
Like, what
they
threat
were
did they have?
They were I think they were trying to defend like the Theed Palace. Like they were actually trying to like come to the rescue of Danabu.
Oh, in the middle of an empty field, like miles away.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Look, fucking starships like broadside each other like it's fucking 1860. Like I don't know, man. They
Well, I
just,
can accept that because that looks cool, but you know,
I mean, so does like the battle droids all unfurling with like.
I mean, it's true. It's
Like
just
unison.
the Gungans are so stupid.
Did you know that like one of them beats General Grievous, like Captain Tarfles?
I've seen that. It was like
Or-
4 of them just like completely fucking like pinned him down.
Yeah, and he's like they like drag him away as he like screaming set off.
Which I don't even know how that happened.
That's called fucking Dave Filoni takes over Star Wars because he
Yeah,
just like
you know,
hates General Grievous for some reason.
Yeah, now, General Grievous has been trained by Dooku, who can fight like 4 Master Jedis at once.
Like Dooku, who's like the best swordsman of his era. Like the only reason why he could have lost is because like it was
Excuse me,
what?
the best swordsman of his era.
Yeah,
Like you're forgetting about Dooku.
that's who I said. Is that who I was talking about?
You were still talking
Yeah.
about Grievous.
Yeah, I'm saying
No,
he was
talking
trained.
about Dooku.
I said he was trained by the best.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Carry on.
It's like the only reason why like someone could beat Dooku was because he was fucking
Yeah.
old. Okay, that's all I need to hear.
Nah, you really dodged a bullet because he didn't have to turn on his lightsaber that time.
Oh yeah,
so,
the fart
so
saber.
let's move on.
I have such bad luck with the fart saber.
Like every time we would load up Battlefront 2, like it'd just be Count Dooku with his fucking fart saber.
Yeah, another thing for the folks at home: if you ever played like fucking EA Battlefront 2, Count Dooku's lightsaber is so loud it sounds like a fart constantly ripping. Goes, and it's like makes it even more dumb because he's just giving you that fucking cold stare like the whole time, like he knows it's dumb.
And it's even better if you get like PJ's Dooku, where he's like that's like the like
Yeah, he's in his fucking pajamas.
yes, like he's like that in the main menu.
Remember when Dooku got like attacked in his bed by a bunch of women and like beat them up while he was blind
Yeah,
and like drugged.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's a Sith
they-
Lord.
Sith Lord, how do they fuck that up?
Because he's a Sith Lord.
You know, if they're able to get a jump on him by like shooting him with a dart, why don't they just like bring a gun? Like seriously, like you wouldn't have woken up. There's no excuse. Could have just shot him.
Just pull up with a slug thrower and blast his brains
Like-
out in his sleep.
Like I said, so many problems could be fixed if like the Jedi just nutted up and brought like a slug thrower. And now like Matt's constantly sick. Oh no, they can actually like stop the bullets with their lightsaber. And like no,
I
they
didn't
can't.
say that they could stop the bullets.
Yes, you
with their
did. Yes, you
no, I
did.
didn't. I said they could
Yes,
use
you
the
did.
Force to stop it.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, but Kylo Ren can stop like laser blasts with
Yeah.
his force too, so they can also stop just like lasers do.
And granted, the lasers are
So
like
what difference does
slower
it make?
because
Yeah.
that's really
You
it.
can actually see them moving.
Yeah.
You can't see a bullet.
And technically, they're not.
It's just a
lasers,
complete
it's plasma.
downgrade.
It's actually Tabetha gas.
I don't want to hear it. It's fucking the lasers.
Like about
Like a bat-
That's not what I said, but I think we just need to like make Cloud City 2. This deal's getting worse all the time. you imagine if just like Lando just fucking threw a haymaker at Vader, like when he like fucked him over on the deal.
It's like, I have altered the. Oh.
Because we're led to believe that Jedi and Sith, like their force premonition doesn't really help them if like something happens like out of the blue to them.
No, it does.
Like,
Like they have like that precognition. It's like
No.
it's only when it's like an inanimate, like because like you have to have like a feeling of like rage to like punch somebody. Like you have to have an impulse. Like can't sense is like a landmine, which is just a mindless contraption. That's what it's talking about.
No. I remember watching like the fucking HK like bit or whatever. Where he's like talking about like, oh,
Best to kill a Jedi.
Yeah, and what is HK? A fucking robot.
that's true. But he's also telling his human master what methods to use against them.
Who's
so-
also a Jedi who can like mask his fucking emotions.
and the whole thing is that
Can like a normal person do that too?
Not really.
probably could. Well, not really,
Yeah,
which
they can.
implies you
Like
could.
like a professional boxer doesn't have too much emotion because they need to like
boxer.
be in control of like
Yeah,
their
like-
themselves when they're in the ring.
Yeah. What about
It's
like
like
a
would
professional?
Vader be able to like, if Conor McGregor walked up to Vader like ready to fight him, would Vader like not be able to tell what he's trying to do?
I mean, like that's kind of retarded because like he could fight other Jedi and kill them. Like, why would just like Conor McGregor bring it to the table?
Well, Conor McGregor would keep doing that one bullshit move, like he sticks his hand out like in front of Vader's face, like he can't see, and then like he decks him.
No, that's
With
John
his right-
Cena.
Crazy.
Conor McGregor goes in for like the glove touch, and then like he pulls back at the last second and throws a haymaker and
Why-
catches Vader completely
Why
off
is,
guard.
why is Vader going for a boxing match?
He's not just like one fucking.
Well, you said he's going for the glove touch, like when he's like getting ready to like box Vader. And it's like,
Like what happened? It's literally just that scene where like they're in Cloud City, but instead of like Lando and like Vader coming out around the corner, it's just Conor McGregor and Vader.
Why is he like on his side?
Like like when they walk into like the big like fucking dinner hall, and like instead of like Boba Fett stepping out, it's fucking McGregor. What I was gonna say before about the HK thing is he says like
He's like, well, attacks against Jedi that aren't planned in advance tend to do better at killing them.
so. If Lando just like out of the blue, like all of a sudden, is like I'm gonna knock out Vader. Vader probably wouldn't have seen it coming.
him thinking about knocking out Vader is like enough for Vader to see it coming. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, but it's only like
What if it was,
2
like,
seconds.
Pure instinct.
Yeah,
What if he didn't think
what if
about
he
it?
just reflexively dove on him like a dog?
Like as soon as he sees him, he just has like an impulse to die and attack him.
Like, let's assume that was the case. Do you think he'd be able to knock Vader over?
Probably not, considering Vader's like pretty heavy.
Okay. What if he went for the legs first? And what if, like, okay, that, like, other guy, Cloud City? Okay, you gotta give me a second here. Remember that other guy, Cloud City, who's bald and he has, like, the stupid, like,
Oh, yeah,
headset wrapped around his
Lobot.
head? Yeah, what if he is, like, behind Vader, like, is, like, setting up a tabletop? Like, he reflexively got on his hands and knees behind Vader, and Lando reflexively
Why is that a
stood up and-
fucking reflex to get on his hands and knees? What is Lobot doing in the background?
What if he completely convinced himself that he was like getting on his hands and knees to grovel for Vader, so that way like he wouldn't have any ill will? Would Vader still be able to like tell that that's what he's doing?
overloading Vader.
Which direction is Vader like looking at here? Is he looking at Lando
He's
or is he looking,
He's looking at
Lobot?
Lando.
Okay, so Lobot is
It's
getting
like
behind
kneeling
him
behind
to.
him.
I don't know about
Like Lando is like it was such an instinct to tackle Vader. He's like still halfway done saying like this deal's getting whistled.
this feels getting with the. Come here.
Oh.
Oh.
And if we don't like, since it's like canon that Vader makes stupid noises when he falls, like the second he would go down, like, "Ah!" Like when he falls on the stairs. And then like if Lando was on top of Vader, he would just start pushing buttons on his chest.
Yeah, he hits the one button that just turns him off.
Dude, like it would be so over. Like they would still have to take down like Boba Fett, but like that would eliminate so many problems. Like Vader would be pissed. Do you think like him laying in his suit
They
immobile?
have Vader like as a fucking prisoner.
They'd have him as like a trophy.
I mean, they still have like that whole Imperial garrison to deal with.
Okay, but like they have Vader hostage.
I don't think Palpatine would care that much.
I don't know.
Yeah, but
Okay,
like the soldiers probably would. They'd be like, oh, like if we like shoot at him, he's gonna like kill us if he gets free. It's like we almost killed him.
here's my question: like Vader, like in his deactivated suit, is he still like boomy? Is he like powerful enough, like constrained that he still could do something? Could he like
I don't
use the
think
Force?
I don't think he'd be able to breathe.
Yeah, so
No,
Doesn't
he can.
have a
He can.
respirator
He
to
can
help
still
him
breathe. The button just locks all of like the joints in his suit, but he can still breathe. So he'd just literally be trapped.
Yeah, but would he be able to use the Force with just like his mind,
Yeah, that's my question.
without his hands?
so like yes, but like it would be limited to what he could genuinely do.
Like, you think you'd be able to use it to convince like Lando to try to like repress the button?
I mean, the fact that fucking Rey was able to do it, I would say probably.
But that's not canon. We're talking about real canon events here, like Lando
Okay.
tabletopping Vader.
I don't think he'd be able to use the Force, and I think he would be so like doubly fucked because like he wouldn't even be able to get Luke to like do anything. Because like if he told Luke in that state, like I am your father,
Luke would probably
Like,
just
Luke's not
bust
gonna
out
believe
laughing
him.
at him.
yeah, he's gonna be
pointing and
like
laughing.
you're trying to trick me. Like you're fucking lying. You just want me to like have sympathy, so I'll free you. Like he's not gonna help.
No, no,
him.
no, 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 hear me out.
No, I swear.
Yeah, so like they tabletop Vader, and then like without his second thought, Lando just like holds his hand out, and the fucking Vader's lightsaber comes to him via the Force, and then he strikes Vader down instantly with it. And then the last second, Vader's like, "No, please."
Fucking General Lando Calrissian, like just able to kill Vader with the Force.
Well, that's not his name, but
Who?
he wasn't general yet.
I mean,
he
after
sure
he
as
kills,
hell would make
Yeah,
General.
like he just killed like a Dark Lord of the Sith, and was also like Force sensitive.
Like they would make him like they probably like make him fucking president at that point.
Well, they didn't make Luke
President of, like, the New
Skywalker president.
Republic.
Like the second he cuts down Vader, it just fast tracks to like what would have been like the end scene where like they're all getting their rewards, but it's just Lando.
You know, did anyone actually watch like the Han Solo movie?
No,
No.
You didn't watch it?
I've like
No.
only heard about it. All I know is that the whole movie is just like about stupid references, and the whole plot is just a train heist.
Nah. I mean, there's part of like the train heist, but that train heist is like
Well,
only the
technically,
beginning.
nah.
Like and like I've seen like I've like on YouTube like a scene of the train heist, and it just made me think of like the stupid Winter Soldier because it has like a 1-by-1 like exact scene where there's like on top of a train like in the snow. And I don't understand why there has to be trains in the fucking Star Wars universe.
I mean, you know, like there's still trains in modern day.
Yeah, but we also don't have
we
like
don't have like
floating
space. We don't
cars
have
as the
faster than
norm.
light space travel.
Yeah, but you know, they still have to have like a port to like unload everything.
Yeah, you just like fly
yeah,
it
they
away
have spaceports.
Yeah, how do you think they get stuff to the spaceport? They fucking
from spaceships.
By spaceships.
no, they mag train it. Like,
I don't think so.
It doesn't make any sense.
That's why we never see mag trains like anywhere else but like the stupid movies.
no, you do see it in like the 2003.
Don't even say it. Don't say it.
Like
Don't
when
say it.
fucking General Grievous gets like taken
Yeah, but
away.
Yeah, but that's like different. 'Cause that's
Okay.
like funny.
What did you
That's
think I
not
was
what I
gonna
thought
say?
you were gonna bring up. I thought you were gonna think of bring up fucking Book of Booby, where
Oh.
like he
Like the
he
desert
heists
train?
the other train with the fucking Tusken
Oh,
Raiders.
dude, I like forgot the Book of Booby exists. So like I just like got out of my
Book
head.
of
But I'm talking about
Booby.
the one where they're on like Coruscant and like Shakti fucking like
Shakti!
ties General Grievous' cape to a fucking like speed train and fucking
Yeah, and he
sends
just
him
gets
flying.
whisked away at like 300 miles an hour,
Yeah, like,
like silently. It's like hearing all the Star Wars talk, hearing about like the table-topping Vader thing again. Like kind of reminded me about like that
The-
whole thing of like
the
how
Han Solo.
well, no, not about Han Solo, just about how
watch this.
about how we would just completely like body the fucking Star Wars universe. We were in there like metagaming.
Oh yeah, you're like metagaming Tarkin fucking run.
Matt asked me like 2.5 weeks ago what I would do if I was suddenly just like fucking Grand Moff Tarkin, like how I would alter things, like win. and I came up with just the most like stupid fucking concept that I personally think would do it. And I think you'd have to agree, Matt, that like that would be successful, albeit very dumb.
You want to like tell the audience what fucking what your plan was as Grand Moff talking?
Yeah, so my metagame was that I would just immediately head to Tatooine.
Because like everything important in the Star Wars universe happens on fucking Tatooine.
Yeah, I would just like, since I would know about Luke, we'd just head to Tatooine, and I think what I said is we'd false flag Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru. Like,
yeah, like you'd send like you'd pay off like the Tusken Raiders or like people to dress up like Tusken Raiders to like attack like Owen and Beru, and then have like the Stormtrooper Corps come and save them.
Yeah, come in and save them. Like while Luke is present, he's like, "Wow, you guys saved like their lives." Like, you know, it's like, "Oh, thanks, kid. Why don't you think about joining up? We need."
I forgot if you had Grand Moff Tarkin actually there. Like
wasn't I supposed to be Grand Moff Tarkin? Like that was
yeah.
thing.
But I'm saying, like, were you there?
Yeah, I was on the ground. Yeah, I remember I told you, like,
that's so fucking suspicious. Like, oh yeah, the Grand Moff just so happened to be like passing this one fucking
like,
moisture
what's
farm.
Luke gonna know?
He's gonna know that this fucking like head honcho and like that. Like,
would he know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
but having like the head honcho like say like you should think about joining.
Yeah, like
that you're not
that would be
getting
like a huge ego boost.
yeah, that's
you're
gonna
not
be ego
getting
boost.
what
And
I'm
Luke was
saying
already
here,
Luke was
like-
already like thinking about leaving anyway.
like
Wasn't he already thinking about specifically like joining to be a stormtrooper?
no. Luke
Well, he
is-
would be after this.
but like you don't think Luke would be able to put two and two together that
No.
you know like out of nowhere the highest fucking military
The
command.
dude, Matt,
What?
he could not put two and two together that Obi-Wan Kenobi and Ben Kenobi were the same fucking person.
Well, you know that could be like like
Do you
there's
think he even knows what a Grand Moff is?
actually I don't know, probably not. But like once
He
he
doesn't
got
know what a Jedi is, and it's only been like fucking 18 years.
to be
He lives on a
fair,
backwater planet. I doubt he knows like the intricacies of like the Imperial High Command.
yeah, but once you get him on board, he'll be like, "Wow, the fucking leader of the Empire was there at my moisture farm the day that we were suddenly attacked."
Okay, well, this is what's gonna happen.
Oh,
This is where
yeah?
part two. This is where part two of my plan came in, where I would just personally, as Grand Moff Tarkin, walk into the Mos Eisley Cantina, just lean around the corner and blast Han Solo.
And Greedo, you
And
specifically,
Greedo.
you specifically mentioned killing Greedo too.
that would basically be like the plan. Like, you know, I decided to, like, you know, Han Solo wronged me, and I decided to, you know, take him down personally as a show of force. And then Luke would be like, "Oh, cool."
Why does Luke have to be there?
Why
Like,
Well, Luke is the whole purpose of going to Tatooine.
I know, but why is he in like the Mos Eisley cantina? Like
Well,
you
he's
already-
not. It's just like this is
With
this is
you.
like this is what I'm telling Luke, like on board the Imperial shuttle. Like, what if he gets too suspicious?
So what? You just like you're gonna tell him? Yeah,
he
like I walked
joins
in
as
and-
a recruit, and he gets to like get into the shuttle with the Grand Moff.
Well, that's the thing. We're gonna give him like, because like I know that he's.
You should
force
be my
sensitive.
personal assistant.
like straight up fucking like unknown nepotism.
Yeah. Like I'm metagaming here, okay? Like you know, we are really gonna give him like the fucking presidential treatment, rolling out the red carpet for him.
And he probably
Why
wouldn't
not
even want to be a
completely
stormtrooper.
bypass? Why not completely bypass all of this? Like, since everything important ever happens on Tatooine, why not just bring the fucking Death Star and just blow it up?
No, you didn't let him
Like
finish.
instead, it's
you didn't let him finish.
like I think we should blow up Alderaan. Like no, Palpatine, that's stupid. That's like our most economically important planet. Like, let's blow up this fucking mud hut in the middle of
You know,
nowhere.
that actually
Tatooine.
was part of my plan. It was to like, but like before that, just to ensure that there'd be no funny business, we'd like landmine fucking Obi-Wan's like hut.
like call him out.
Yeah, we'd specifically call in. We'd pay off the Tusken Raiders again to lay off fucking landmines in front of his house.
You know, like all you gotta do is like have sign language.
Like they're
no.
gonna accept another deal from you after like you killed all the
Well,
ones
we didn't
you
kill him.
hired
Like I said, it
last
was
time.
like I said, it was a false flag.
Yeah, and like technically, they could have just been people dressed up as Tusken Raiders that attacked like Owen and Beru.
No, they're real Tusken Raiders both times.
Like, okay.
So, you know, we got Luke on board. He's like completely awestruck by the whole thing. You know, he's like a dumb kid, doesn't know any better. his whole life is just about like, you know, farming moisture on a desert planet. He doesn't know anything about fucking anything.
The problem is, though, you're gonna have to take out Obi-Wan first, because, like, the stupid Obi-Wan show confirmed that, like, he literally just spent 20 years in the desert, like, watching Luke. So he's gonna, like, see that whole event go down with, like, the fake Tusken Raiders. So, like, Luke, like, you should not trust these stormtroopers. Like, they hired those Tusken Raiders to attack you.
You're fucking crazy, Ben.
Silly old Ben. Just, you know.
That's a fucking conspiracy theory.
That's not true. That's impossible.
Okay, no, I'll just shift gears around and like make sure
Just
like
send TIE fighters to like bomb the fucking moisture farm in the middle of the night.
Why?
Just kill Luke. Like, why not just kill Luke?
Because you're
the
trying
guy
to
Vader
like.
doesn't know of his existence
Yeah,
at this point.
but-
Like, it doesn't matter if you kill this random person on Tatooine.
Yeah, but think about it. You know, both you and Vader can then overthrow Palpatine
Exactly.
because, like, you have now like brought Vader, you know, like
an
his
imperial sympathizing son
son. Hmm.
who's literally not gonna have any fucking like
But
contact
how
with
would
the Rebel
you
Alliance.
or him know that it's his son?
Well, I am
at
because
that
I'm
point?
metagaming. That was the whole point of all this. It was
I guess
literally
so.
like, what would you do if you were in the like the
You know,
boots
and-
of Grand Moff
But how would
Tarkin?
you convince Vader that
He
it's
would
his
know.
son?
He would know.
because he would be able to figure it out too. Like he would be able to feel it, but he could also be like, "Yes, we got reports from an asteroid planet called Polis Massa."
I think I would just
and fucking.
I would just tell Vader straight up like I was metagaming.
What does that even mean?
Like, you
You'd
lie
ask
to him and
that?
tell him you're force sensitive and like you could feel it in the force. You think he'd try to kill you if you told him
You know,
that?
he'd probably get really confused because like he wouldn't feel any of it, but like he would have no other explanation.
I mean, you could literally just say that, like, "Oh yeah, we got like records uncovered recently."
No, I'm just gonna tell him straight up I'm metagaming.
He's not gonna know what that means. So
Yeah, but he also knows I'm not lying.
he's probably gonna want to know what like metagaming is. Like
Just like not tell him because I'm Grand Moff Tarkin and he can't touch me.
well, if you got rid of Palpatine, he could certainly touch you.
Well, yeah, but you know, it's like water under the bridge by then.
You really like you know, shooting yourself in the foot here.
Well, I'm metagaming, so I'll just know to like reflexively tackle him and press his buttons.
Grand Moff Tarkin's like this old fucking lanky man. Like
That's fine, you know, just go for the legs, just like grab his ankles and pull forward.
you're gonna give him like a Belgian takedown. Like
Yeah. Like Vader's really not that hard to beat when you think about it.
that's so crazy.
Like the man literally has buttons on him that like turn him off.
Buttons.
Right on his chest too.
Yeah, and he's clumsy, you know, he has trouble
Front and
breathing.
center.
Like he spends like 30% of his day literally immobile in a fucking jar of like, you know, like jungle juice. So you just like get him then, like, you know, you walk in on him while he's like in his fucking back to tank. It's like, what are you doing?
He's like
I just drop like one single fucking like tablet like into the thing. He like knocks him out. Fucking like I put like a roofie inside the back to tank.
you put like the blue shadow virus or whatever from like that shitty episode of the Clone Wars in this fucking tank, and he just dies instantly.
Nice. I gotta keep Vader alive so we can like, you know, get the whole
Why?
like Luke Vader action going.
I mean, like, couldn't you just like not do that and like get rid of all the Force users like by yourself?
Well, I need Vader alive to help me overthrow Palpatine.
Well, I'm saying like once Palpatine's gone, then you put like the Mentos in his fucking tank. You know?
Yeah, the Mentos in his fucking like Coca-Cola tank.
Yeah, and then like, you know, he's dead, Palpy's dead, so it's just you in charge.
All right, and then I just like bring the Death Star over and blow up Coruscant. Like, who's gonna stop me?
No, like how in depth do you think Palpatine and Vader's knowledge of like the every intricacy of the Death Star actually was?
Probably not too much,
yeah,
honestly.
not that.
Probably
much.
just like,
'Cause,
the,
like,
probably just like the basest floor plan.
Because like
the
Palpatine's
bathrooms
room had windows in
Yeah.
it. Like if you were Tarkin, like designing the first one, like you could just like put a fucking like airlock, like
yeah, but then he
secret
could like
airlock
fly like
in his
Leia
room.
into like.
That didn't happen. That's not a canon event.
Well, actually, it did happen
But Tarkin
because,
can do that.
Yeah, like think about it. It did happen because how else would we have like that really dumb conversation about Kylo Ren like shirtless flying through the like space?
Oh my god.
The ship is flying away from him.
Yeah, he's getting fucking like USS Barack Obama, and it's like flying just barely faster than him.
Like anytime he like speeds up just enough to get there, like the fucking like the supremacy or whatever.
Thrusters engage.
You know, can we get like a reminder of that whole like bit?
I mean, it was pretty much just that. Like we were
Like,
talking.
who shot Kylo Ren out of the airlock?
I think it was General
Don't
Hux.
remember.
I think it was General Hux that like just like hit the airlock and
You know, like,
While he was shirtless.
yeah.
General Hux, like he's the guy who like screams until like there's like saliva drooling out of his mouth.
Yeah, and he's
right?
like the First Order.
Yeah. And he's like looks over at Kylo Ren, goes, presses the buttons, completely sucks him out of the airlock, and then like they just immediately engage fucking
like the hyperdrive and like
yeah. And Kylo Ren is just like he has his hand out, he's like holding his breath, he's turning purple.
his like eyeballs are popping out of his head
He's using the Force to keep himself barely alive.
as he's like
Well,
soaring
trying to,
through the
force
fucking
fly back to the ship.
He's
through
force
empty
hyperdriving.
space.
You know, they say like anything's possible with Force. Do you think you could force hyperdrive with enough like training?
I'm surprised like someone hasn't yet. Like force hyperdrive like directly to another planet.
Yeah, it's literally just like teleporting at that point.
Well, that's not a thing. There is such a thing as a thought bomb, which could like eliminate the entirety of like all life on a planet, including yourself.
That is so stupid.
Yeah.
Thought bomb.
Yeah, it's literally it's like called the thought bomb. I forget what like material it's from.
Thought.
Oh yeah, why didn't I think of that?
Don't
but,
think too hard. Just blow it all up.
but yeah, I think it was Darth Sion or something that did that.
That's like not a real Darth.
Yeah, it is. It's like
If
the
it's not
ugly
Vader,
fucking
it's not
like
canon.
it's the ugly guy with like sunburn.
Yeah, they're set. They're all ugly.
Yeah. I mean, he was like especially ugly. He looked like he like had chapped lips all over his body. Like,
You know, think if Dooku was like struck by lightning, you'd get like ugly like Palpatine.
no, because that like Palpatine already looked like that.
All right, you don't know.
Wasn't he
if
just like
Dooku-
using the force to like mask it?
Yeah.
Or something like
Yeah,
that.
he was using
You
the Force
know.
to like keep that like kind old man demeanor to like groom fucking Anakin.
Because we all know that the second like a Sith turns evil, they get ugly. So. I
Yeah,
mean,
but
look,
Dooku only turned like to a Sith like a few years prior. He was still like a Jedi, and even then, like he wasn't like completely like into the Sith ideology.
Yeah,
right?
like he only really did that because he hated what little
he
they
hated
did.
the Order.
Yeah, like
right?
like after like Qui-Gon died, who was his Padawan, and how little they regarded Qui-Gon's death, like that's when he left.
owned, I guess.
Yeah.
Stop the count. I don't know, but, do you think there's like a single better way to metagame like the Empire strategy?
Yeah, I mean, probably not like starting shit with the Hutt cartels. Like, even though you have the Death Star, like it was proven that even though you had this like giant space machine, like you know, people would still like try to fuck with you.
Who cares? Just blow up Nalhutta.
Okay, and then you have to like deal with every other fucking.
Just blow up the next planet.
Just keep blowing up planets. Like that's not gonna like solve the issue.
It's like a fucking Empire at War campaign. You're just flying the Death Star to every single enemy planet and blowing it up.
yeah, until like
Like,
IG-88
eventually
gets like
it would
10,000 credits to like blow up the Death Star. Because like the fucking consortium's overpowered as shit.
That's right. We just make like the IG-89. We have him like play defense. That's how you metagame. You know, you think like IG-88 could beat like Obi-Wan?
Probably not.
What if we gave IG-88 like 2 lightsabers, and like we gave him one lightsaber in one hand and a slug thrower in the other?
Still probably not. Like
I think I would win.
Obi-Wan's like the best defensive Jedi in like of like
Okay,
his
now
time.
we just have like the best offensive like bullshit weapon of its time. You know,
Nah.
just have we just hire every single one of those bounty hunters that shows up for like the bounty hunter beat. Just like give them each one lightsaber and one slug thrower, and just drop them all like ODSTs around his stupid hovel.
I still think like is this like the Obi-Wan show Obi-Wan, or is this gonna be like
It doesn't matter.
It does matter because like
Okay, that's it. Now we're just gonna bring in the fucking like a fucking Star Destroyer and just straight up like glass his one little hut.
yeah, that probably would kill him.
And, you know, he wouldn't see it coming too because it's like so stupid. His like Jedi premonition wouldn't even consider it.
Well, that
I was
couldn't
metagaming
that
the
couldn't
Star Wars
possibly be
universe. I
true.
just
They couldn't possibly drive a Star Destroyer over here just to glut.
Ouch.
metagame the Star Wars universe just to like find Baby Yoda and like kill him. That's all you do. You don't change anything else.
Well, that's not his name, but
Wait, great. So all you do is just like throw a haymaker at fucking Mando, like right before like IG-14 shoots him.
Because then that show never gets to happen.
Yeah,
We save the world.
Mando wakes up, you know, takes his helmet off. He's like, "Oh, what happened?"
it's like playing like the Tweety Bird like chirps. It's like
So like fucking Mandalorian helmets like fly around him.
Ugh, I really
What do you
got
think
knocked
Vader
out.
would do if you like brought him the fucking stupid Baby Yoda?
Sorry,
If I like,
Think
like
he'd just kill it?
I think he'd probably step on it, do like the gritty. You think he could do the gritty in like his suit?
I don't think so.
I mean, I think he could do it in like Fortnite or something. So why not?
Yeah. It's like I gotta bring a Baby Yoda. It's like already over. It's
Yeah,
like
because
Vader's
you have
already
to deal with
dead.
fucking. You have to deal with Gus Fring like always like bothering you from that point on. Like, I just want this poop.
This child's feces have the power to bring order to the galaxy. And to bring a delectable taste to my gullet. Give me the darksaber.
Last chance to look at me, Vader.
Last chance to look at me, Mando. So give me the darksaber, and give me the child. Okay. And give me your helmet. Okay. And I'm not really supposed to show you what I look like. It's like part of my code or something. I don't know.
Give me those stupid like homing things in your wrist.
Here you go.
Okay.
Ugh.
I
That's
finally got this poop.
yeah, there's like,
That's
ends like
what
a
the
Star Wars
episode
credit,
ends.
like yeah, just like a really fast Star Wars like crawl. It just says like order was restored to the galaxy, and like fucking Moff Gideon died of like
AIDS.
dysentery.
AIDS.
AIDS. Someone, Baby Yoda have AIDS. That's like even more fucked up.
or Gideon just had it the whole time.
Yeah, and it just died untreated. You know, are AIDS canon in the Star Wars universe? Is there any equivalent?
I'm just gonna like have like the Quagmire. Oh, got AIDS again. It takes like a
I'll take
pill.
my cold fluid AIDS.
Oh
God.
Oh god.
Makes it funnier because like if they did have that tech, like Moff Gideon still dies from it anyway because he refused to medicate.
I just wanted a cure for AIDS.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine if like Luke boarded that ship?
I just wanted a cure for AIDS.
I'm sorry, I can't help you. Can you just like give me the child? I'm dying from AIDS. Oh, that's great, but I need the cure. Give me the cure for AIDS. I don't have it. Like shoots Baby Yoda. You're holding out on me, Mandalorian. That's not my
He's
name,
just
but
like he just killed his bargaining chip.
I have 3 minutes to live.
This blood can cure my AIDS.
That's what?
I just want the cure.
I just want.
I
his
just
AIDS.
want to live.
The child, he has AIDS too.
What?
and like he just sends like 1,000 Dark Troopers to beat the fuck out of him.
Yeah, like that's what I was gonna say. Like, imagine like when Luke shows up and like he docks at the ship. What if there's just like 1,000 Dark Troopers?
You know, what if he like showed up to save Luke with the Dark Troopers?
Wait, what? Moff Gideon shows up to save Luke?
No, like Tarkin.
Tarkin.
Like, just go back to your your metagame.
How does he have the Dark Troopers ready?
I don't know.
Like, aren't they like not even made yet?
You're like, oh, I mean, there were like Phase 1 Dark Troopers, which were just
Yeah, there's probably like 10 of them.
no, that was a decent amount of like Phase 1 Dark Troopers. They just weren't that good. Like they were, I mean, they were good, but
Well,
they
then
had,
why
like-
even bother bringing them? Like, what changes anything?
it was like a show of force. I don't know.
Well, you don't need a show of force. You gotta show like it's like a show of
Shouldn't use a
kindness.
show of force like the highest ranking fucking dude in the entire Imperial Navy.
Well, once again, like Luke doesn't know about that. But,
Yeah,
they,
but like you do.
of course I do. Because
Like
I'm
Moff
like,
Gideon's coming to take Luke from you with the fucking
oh,
Dark
he's,
Troopers.
wait, he's taking Luke from me. Aren't I supposed to be Moff like Tarkin? Or wait, Moff Gideon? You said is doing this.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just like
Right?
like redo this. Like Moff Gideon's coming to take Luke. Like he's also metagaming. He's an unknown
Oh,
person
great.
who's like trying to metagame against you.
Does he still have AIDS?
Yeah. But you like you're old, so you really can't wait him out either.
I can't wait him out. Can I like clone myself?
No.
But you can clone yourself if you
Yeah,
want
but like
to.
you can't under like this current restriction. Like
Stupid.
You both are on like the clock. You for being old, him for having AIDS. Like you got to make this happen.
Okay.
There's no
I
way
mean,
around it. You just got to do
well,
it.
like,
So how do you
well,
stop?
So where is Moff Gideon? Like when I have Luke? Like where exactly are we at?
What do you mean?
Like, do I have Luke in my possession, or is this like we're both against the clock? Like I gotta get Luke, and he's trying to get Luke.
Yes.
Okay. Do like we know where each other like are?
No, you don't have like a GPS on each other. I'm sure like if you
That doesn't make any, you're like higher ranking than him.
Yeah,
it
like
would
wouldn't I
make
have
sense that,
access to
know,
like where he's
where
like
he is.
stationed?
I
Like,
mean,
wouldn't
you
we
can know
where
like
his
where
ship
he's
is?
stationed, but like
Like we know where
but
his ship is.
keep in mind he also knows that you could possibly figure out where he is. So like he could do something to like, you know.
Is
Couldn't I
he
just
even
like
actually like a Moff at this point? This is episode
Yeah.
4.
I don't think so.
like he wouldn't be like high enough ranked? Like if I was metagaming, I would just order someone like to like assassinate him. Like he wouldn't have a chance. You know what I mean?
He's gonna like convince the assassin to his side after he tells him his plight for
Yeah,
the
it's
poop.
fucking like really just gives him like those crocodile
want
tears
poop.
about his AIDS.
And then the assassin's like coming after you now.
All right, I sent an assassin go after that one.
All right, but now like the
Yeah,
Dark
couldn't I, like,
the
order
Dark
Vader
Troopers
to,
are
like,
now,
do it?
all right, the Dark Troopers are at Luke's house. What do you do?
Can I like order Vader to just like kill him?
No,
Why not?
because like while like you and Vader, like Vader's still a higher rank than you.
What if I just told Vader
What?
like
Wait, couldn't you tell Vader and by proxy the Emperor that there's like an insubordinate person in
Yeah,
the army
who's actually
that's like trying to fucking kill you, like the highest
that's a
ranking
you
person?
problem. You have to deal with that.
what a piece of shit. What is Palpatine metagaming too?
I'm Palpatine.
All right, that's I'm just like blown up Coruscant.
I'm pushing Palpatine out of like the secret airlock in his Imperial chamber in the fucking Death Star.
You know, see like a Family Guy where like it's like, oh look, you know, Meg's in the storage compartment. We're gonna give her a little scare. And he presses the button on the space shuttle, and she goes like flying out the airlock silently. Like, that's what's gonna happen to Palpatine. Just like watch over the CCTV footage. I'm gonna give Palpy a little scare. And you just like watch silently. So... like, you know, set him at the airlock. Then I blow up Coruscant. Then I blow up Tatooine. And then I blow up fucking Alderaan.
Why do you have to blow up Alderaan if it's like already done?
It's not done until I blow up Alderaan.
It's not done. You just gotta like commit like this
I-
You gotta
multi-genocide.
commit to the
You know-
bit.
I just thought of like another way to circumvent everything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like when the very opening scene of Episode 4 when they're chasing down like Leia's ship. Why not just like be like so like Vader, just
there's no
destroy it.
life.
Like,
there's
just
no life
fucking
forms
fire
on that life
everything out.
pod. There's
Like not even the life pod, just blow up the entire ship with everyone in it.
Because they were like looking for information.
Who cares?
Okay,
That's
well,
like
no,
the
the
entire
prob-
leadership of the rebellion in
But
that
you're,
ship.
you're,
and
you're
they're
neglecting
metagaming.
something. You're neglecting something here. Is if you blow it up, you're not gonna be able to have like slave Leia as like your fucking like like at your knee.
It is true, but you're getting rid of C-3PO and R2-D2, which like
Well, that's
You
fine
know,
because if you're
is what
metagaming,
starts Luke on the entire journey that he goes on anyway.
well, remember because if you're metagaming, you could intercept the life pod because the only reason why they got away is because they didn't detect any life forms on it.
You
You
can
can just say, you can just say
I
override.
think
You know,
we should intercept that one anyway.
intercept it anyway. We can't take any chances. Maybe there's like a USB flash drive like on the floor. Take it down. And there you go. You got Leia. The fucking plan never reaches Tatooine. You send in the fucking, you pay off the
But
fucking
you forgot about
Tusken
me.
Raiders. Oh yeah, but Gideon's Okay, you know what we do? We fly
he
in like that.
arrives on the Leia ship with the Dark Troopers.
Yeah, and
Well, Vader's there too.
he's like trying to convince Vader that like you're like the inside man, and then like he tells Vader that Luke Skywalker is on the planet like before you're able to.
Well, since he's metagaming, what if he just like equips all the Dark Troopers with fucking with slug throwers?
Oh, like instead of that, he like
There's no way Vader's stopping that.
all right. Instead of that, he just like coats the Dark Troopers in like cortosis. So anytime like Vader tries to swipe at him, like it just deactivates his lightsaber.
Glides up. Okay, you know what I would do is like Moff Tarkin. I would like metagame so hard. I would do like the Battlefront 2 like Anakin move where like I'd charge up and like blast everyone away. Moff Tarkin just go like fly. If he's allowed to just like get here that fast, then I'm force sensitive.
You can't trust him, but you can trust me, Lord Vader. Like,
Yeah, Vader, like he can like sense his like ill intentions.
But you can trust me, Lord Vader. I have AIDS.
I have nothing left to lose.
He's like interfering with like Vader's fucking mission here.
Your son and Leia, who is your daughter, are both in relative proximity. Oh,
He's
wow.
like,
Thanks for telling me. I wish Moff Tarkin could have.
Are you gonna?
You're the new Grand Moff.
Yeah, Moff Tarkin, you're demoted. And you have no more control over the Death
Yeah,
Star.
like, I already knows. Like, no point even trying to get out of this now. It's like already over. It's your metagaming of two characters here.
And then, like, Palpatine's just like, good. I knew this AIDS-riddled man would help me instead of Moff Tarkin.
Yeah, like I pull out like my fucking Nokia flip phone. Like you may fire when ready. It's like pointed at Coruscant again.
Ark.
Yeah, what if I just pointed it at Tatooine and just like blew it up? We're like fucking like
I saw that like
Broken
fucking
Arrow.
20 minutes ago.
No, I'm just saying like in this very moment. The real Broken Arrow, like Moff wants to say like Luke's
Kill
on that
everyone.
Yeah.
That's just all that's just Palpatine.
I told him to point the fucking Death Star at this Corvette.
Oh, like they really have like all their eggs in one basket. Like the Death Star's not gonna fire upon like Palpatine.
What is he on the Corvette?
I mean, I kind of assumed.
Why would he be on
I wanted to join too. Remember, he's metagaming as well.
Yeah, like your metagaming is like 3 characters right now.
But now you're metagaming knowing that like Tarkin is about to blow up the ship with the Death Star. You're gonna metagame and still go on the Corvette.
This is like a metagame to kill off every character of like that can really do anything here.
Like the entire leadership of the fucking Imperial
Or in
everything.
like the tent of 4, like they're just like here.
Kylo and ready.
Oh man, I got like tears in my eyes from this stupid shit.
You're like cheating ass Moff Gideon out of here. He's flying and fucking Dark Troopers.
Yeah, like the Dark Troopers are able to like attack the pod outside because they're just robots, and they just
They
intercept
pick up Vader by the neck and just keep doing that punching thing to his helmet over and over. Since it's not like made out of Beskar, since his helmet isn't made out of Beskar, the first punch instantly just cracks through and crushes his head.
Oh my god. Okay.
But like the original idea I wanted to get back to like 10 minutes ago, when it's like imagine if like when Luke enters the ship with his like thing, and there's like 1,000 fucking Dark Troopers in there, and they're just all watching on the little cameras, and he just gets cut down immediately in like the first hallway. Because it's like overwhelming fire from like 100 Dark Troopers. Like, who was that? It's already over. Like fucking Moff Gideon's like doing the gritty in the corner, like while he's like handcuffed.
Yeah, well, he's tied up.
He has that many
It
Dark
looks like
Troopers.
you're gonna have to give me his poop.
Looks like we don't have any choice. Yippee. Oh, my AIDS is kicking in. Oh. Like looks down at his watch, like AIDS like life counter, like 10 seconds.
What is it like Dead Rising, where you got like you have to get the Zombrex in time or something?
It's gotta get the Zombrex. Really stupid thing to reference. He's gotta collect all like the AIDS bricks in time, or else he's gonna fucking die.
Yeah, that's a game that like I just haven't played or thought of in like probably like 10 years or more.
I don't know, it's probably because like the last games were just like super mid and like left a bad taste in everyone's mouth. It's like no one really cares anymore.
True.
It was like it had its like gimmicks, but like, I don't think it really holds anything particularly like interesting now. It's like zombie killing, and then zombies got big again. Then like people stopped caring about zombies, and then like Dead Rising like 4 comes out and it's like a flop, and then people stop caring. It's like Gears of War, like no one gives a shit anymore.
Yeah, kind of true.
Same thing of Halo
Yeah,
and Fallout
yeah, kind of.
and Dead Space.
Nah, Dead Space remake did pretty good.
Yeah, well, they're not making a Dead Space 4.
You don't know that.
No, it's not gonna happen.
Didn't the fucking like studio that made Dead Space get shut down?
No,
Yeah,
they like just made a
they got blown up.
yeah, by the Death Star by fucking AIDS Moff Tarkin.
It's Moff Tarkin of AIDS.
It spread.
It's
I
in the
gave
air.
Mark Tarkin my AIDS.
I spit.
I pause Mark Tarkin.
I spit in Grand Moff Tarkin's open mouth and gave him my AIDS. Death to the Empire.
That guy's there too. He's
Yeah,
metagaming.
that guy needs to be there.
He's
Dude, if that guy's
Gideon's-
metagaming,
he's
it's like
Gideon's
already over.
subordinate.
Okay. That would actually make things so much more dumb if you got the metagame as that guy, like during that little sit down. Like, with fucking like, fucking this guy's name and like Mando.
Or, yeah, like Bill Burr's
Everyone,
character.
these two
Yeah,
men
Bill
are
Burr.
imposters. Like immediately.
Like that's the thing, you'd still do the whole spiel with them, and then you just say like,
Death
yeah,
to the Empire.
Yeah, it's just, like, they're looking at each other like, what? And he's like quick draw and like blow both of them away.
I had to make a lot of easy decisions that day.
Oh, you're a fucking asshole.
You're really starting to piss me off, actually.
Now there's a man who knows history.
It's like, I was there, the Battle by the Cop.
What? I'm not familiar. I don't know my history.
Who are you?
Who
He
are?
already forgot.
Can you please remind me, Bill Burr?
Who the fuck is Bill Burr?
Can I call you Will?
No.
How about you,
Okay, Will.
How about you, Din Djarin?
Oh no, that's not Din Djarin. That's Brown Eyes.
It's Mandalorian.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you gonna finish that blue milk? Doesn't even wait
How
for a
different do you
response.
think that scene would have gone if fucking whatever his name is turned to Mando and like called him by his name right at the start of the
I
conversation?
think
I
Mando
don't-
would be
what-
pretty like scared.
He'd be like pissed. But do you think like the officer would like know that's like a Mandalorian name?
Didn't
You better
Jarvis
say, like,
not
that's-
like a
that's a
Mandalorian
name.
either?
It's like, oh, I mean, is he not a Mandalorian?
No, he's a foundling. He wasn't born in either Concord Dawn or
Yeah, well, I don't
Planet
care
of
about that because
Mandalore.
none of that's like real.
well, yeah, it's not. It's a fucking movie or show.
Exactly. So it's not canon. Sorry, I just gotta spend another day in the inside the back of the tank. Death to the Empire. Like, you know that like scene right before that where like Mando is like trying to use the stupid like face recognizing software to like put himself in the system. Or whatever, he has to take his helmet off. And it's like 10 seconds until court meltdown. He's like, come on.
I got
Like once?
dead again.
They're all looking at him. Like the computer instantly recognizes him. It's like the Mandalorian. Like it starts blaring everything, like alarms.
I
all
thought you
the
were gonna
doors
say it starts
close
like
shut.
blaring his theme
It starts
song.
blaring the theme.
theme song. And Bill Burr starts like doing the fucking gritty.
Then he dies.
He dies when he looks down at his fucking AIDS like life watch. And sees it's like 3 seconds.
he doesn't
left.
have any AIDS, Breck, so he's dead.
It's like all throughout the series, like everyone has like every third person has one of these watches, and they're just periodically looking down at it.
You know, and there are like zombies in the Star Wars universe. Like, you just have to like go to the AIDS. Like, it's not like they have to like fight that zombie outbreak. It's literally just they have AIDS.
It's an AIDS epidemic, and apparently it's spreading by air. Mando's like all of a sudden, like in the trailer for Book 3 of The Mandalorian, like fans were able
Now
to
he has a watch.
Yeah,
like
like,
they can
fans
spot
noticed
the
in the
watch on
trailer.
his wrist.
yeah, on the trailer they noticed he had a watch, and it like blows up discussions. Like, is that an AIDS watch on like Mando's arm? What does this mean? How much time do you think he has? Like episode 1 of like season 3, and he just looks down and there's like 3 seconds left.
It's like the opening crawl of the episode.
Great, like that's one way to fucking end it. Probably better off too. Oh, it's a shame Mando died like that. How much time do I? Oh,
Then they like goes in the back to tank for another like 3 episodes.
that's not fair. He could just like regain his life.
The back to tank cure the whole time. The back to tank like cures AIDS.
The most common like medical equipment in the galaxy. I guess I should have figured it'd be something that like simple.
Simple, efficient, long.
That's the only reason why like Boba figured it out, because he practically sleeps in the tank.
Practically lives in it.
He's like an amphibious creature.
But like, you know, the other part of that is that like he has to you know, if anything like ever like grapples him, he has to sit there like a you know, frog and not do anything about it.
Yeah, like when that fucking Wookiee grabs him out of the tank, and he just completely locks up while like it unhinges his jaw and slowly eats him. And he's trapped in like another creature's stomach for like several years.
He's trapped in a Wookiee's stomach.
You will find a new form of pain and suffering as you are slowly digested in the Wookiee's gullet over 1,000 years. Oh, damn.
Whoa.
And that's even worse because he doesn't have his suit to bust out. He's just like ass naked except for like his back to diaper. Who's gonna patrol like the town? Who's gonna be the mayor? He looks down at his watch like inside the stomach. Uh-oh.
I'm almost out of time. I need to find some Bacta and/or AIDS bricks.
And like it like zooms out. And the Wookiee looks down at his watch. Goes down.
And I like have the hiccups now.
A final meta game. Just give everyone the A's watch. That's gonna become like the new staple of like comedy. Because look down, see how much time you have left.
Like, everyone has AIDS and they all have the watch.
And of course they all have like a minute left at most.
Like it's like a constant countdown. Like every one of their watches is like a minute apart, so they just start dropping like flies every minute.
Yeah. Like Palpatine does that slow turnaround to meet Luke.
And he's like already
Like-
dead in the chair. Like he doesn't even make it to full circle.
He's just silently dead.
Oh my
Like,
lord!
Luke and Vader are just standing there, like waiting for him to say something, and he's just like just sitting there, mouth open.
And then Vader looks down at his watch.
Oh.
We need to get out of here, my son.
Luke is
And he,
just
like,
in the throne room alone.
Yeah, and Luke's like, I won't leave you.
They like stripped his fucking AIDS watch from him, like while they were imprisoning him.
Vader looks at his watch. He sees 3 seconds left, and breaks out into a mad sprint and dives down like that chute that like Palpatine gets thrown in. And, like screaming the whole time he does it, like he's planked in the fucking crab suit. And like while Luke's dragging his body out, like back to the ship to like bring him back to fucking like Endor, like all those stormtroopers like running away. You just see them dropping like flies like mid sprint. It's just so bad. There's like no one left to dance and like do fucking like yub nub.
Like they like
Father,
you know
we still have to cure your AIDS.
You already have.
You already. We need to cure your AIDS. Like, damn right. Luke looks over. There's like no Force ghosts.
like they all died from like ghost AIDS.
Yeah, if you have AIDS, like you can't complete the fucking like you can't complete like the fucking whatever it is you got to do with the trial to become a Force ghost.
Lando's flying into the core of the Death Star. Like, just as he's about to breach it, like, his, like, wristwatch starts beeping at him.
Like all of a sudden, like
What's
over the
going
thing,
on?
like Luke,
Oh,
Luke, you've disabled your targeting computer, and your AIDS death clock said you only have 3 seconds. I'm all right. It veers off and crashes.
I miss in like the first Battlefront where you were able to just like kamikaze the fucking Slave One with like the invincible fucking ramming Millennium Falcon.
Like also how we'll metagame.
That's like
Metagame is Han
yeah,
Solo.
bring in the fucking, the EA Battlefront 1 fucking Millennium Falcon.
Crash into the Slave One.
You know, like I remember like we were all playing that and I think it was me who spawned in the fucking thing, and I think Peyton was just like crying, laughing, like watching from the ground as I would chase the fucking Slave One around.
There was literally a point where the Slave One was like doing everything in its power to stay as far away from you.
It's a shame I like wasn't around to play that one. At least you got to like sprint around like an idiot in Battlefront 2 as like Palpatine.
Oh, remember when I spawned or like I spawned as Palpatine in Battlefront 1 and then jumped on the fucking
The fucking AT-AT.
yeah, like let the AT-AT carry me. And like the fucking players were getting mad, like fucking useless
The whole
Palpatine.
team was so pissed off. Me and you, I'm a fucking like,
The
I'm your like
shock trooper,
Imperial
honor
Guard
guy.
trooper.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're just sitting on top of the AT-AT the whole match.
Oh boy. Oh,
Yeah, you
You
guys
got
wanna...
anything else to add?
No, I think we should call it here.
Right.